setting the floor for Miami. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Khalil Ware. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Flores in at the 2.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Antetokounmpo up top. Has to Ware. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Antetokounmpo has got assist number 7 tonight. For Detroit, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Cunningham passes to Dunn. Suggs outside. It's stolen. Here's Mitchell. Launches it. The rebound by Detroit. Beck's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Cunningham. To the inside. Dunn's shot is good.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Antetokounmpo, following the score by Detroit. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, and the jam by Giannis.
Wow, Giannis. That is ridiculous.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Dunn outside. Over to the wing. Here's Beck. Off target with the 3. Well, Miami shooting just 42% so far in the game. 2 points. That one goes. Antetokounmpo has got 4 points this quarter. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Suggs. Back to Cunningham. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land. Cunningham's got 21 points in the game.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
The Pistons have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter. Pass to Beck from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Beck's got 10 points in just the second half.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Antetokounmpo outside. It's good.
Well, this is the problem Giannis presents. Stopping him inside is such a challenge.
Now here's Cunningham. Over Mitchell. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Reed. No good on the 3. Miami shooting a very impressive 54% in the fourth. Barrett passes to Bates. Inside. Here's Ware. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Suggs. He can't hit that time. Good work defensively by Mitchell. Pass to Barrett. Here's Bates. From deep, Mitchell. Offensive rebound. Now Barrett fires from deep. The rebound by Henry. Mitchell against Suggs. Now here's Mann. Detroit moving the ball around. And it's in there.
and just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Bates. Outside for Mitchell. Three-pointer. 6 to shoot. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Detroit making a change here. Jenkins is checked in. Now Mitchell. Has to Ware. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
The Pistons shooting around 53% in the fourth. Outside man. Here's the teardrop. Got a hand on it. Mitchell, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
The power and grace of Giannis, making it look easy like few others can.
Pass to Beck. Over Antetokounmpo. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Outside Mitchell. There's the 3. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Pistons.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And in what could be a series-defining victory, they go up 2-1.
And both teams knew tonight would be important. The winner captures momentum going into Game 4. It's been an interesting matchup.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Suggs.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Now here's man. Pass to Beck. Over Mitchell. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Man with it. So it's Detroit picking up the win. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now as long as they don't lose their focus.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
And so it's Indiana with it. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Cam Thomas. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Irving. And it's Sears in at the 1 spot.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Thomas kicks to Adebayo. Bridges with the board.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Now Halliburton. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For the 3. And it's Halliburton missing. Milwaukee trails by 5. From deep, Thomas. They get it back. There's the triple. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Thomas got 19 points.
Never shy about letting it fly. Cam Thomas, folks.
Halliburton outside. All sorts of time. Jump shot is good that time. Halliburton's got 14 points now in the second half.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
It's Thomas outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. Bridges has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Wiggins outside. Pass to Halliburton. Now Zubac. Back to Halliburton. To the inside. And the dunk by Zubac.
Boy, how about that touch on the roll by Zubac? Nice finish.
Here's Irving. Inside. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Portis kicks to Halliburton. Pass to Bridges. Wiggins inside the line. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, right now, Andrew Wiggins understanding in the catch and shoot, they can't guard him.
Outside Irving. Outside Thomas. Offline with his 3.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Bridges. On the wing, Wiggins. And it's off from 3-point range. Milwaukee trails by 6, and Thomas has it in the corner. Back to Hartenstein. Thomas against Portis. Thomas kicks to Irving. No good on the 3. Indiana leading by 6. Zubac the pass to Wiggins. Outside Portis. Pass to Zubac. Back to Portis. Now Zubac lets it go from deep. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist from Zubac. And now it's a 9-point Pacer lead. Left side, Irving. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Sears. He's covered by Halliburton. Fires from deep. And Sears gets it to go.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Andrew Nembhard checked in for Indiana. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Sensabaugh is checked in. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with yr4 on the sidelines.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He seemed pleased with his team's performance, saying, quote, "We're on track. We're doing everything right. Keep it tight out there, and let's take back the lead in this series." Back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. So it's the Bucks now. The Pacers making the shot. Nembhard with it. Here's Halliburton. Outside Bridges. Now Halliburton fires the three. Hartenstein with the rebound. Now Thomas puts up the three. Down it goes for three.
Unshakable individual confidence. That is Cam Thomas. Big-time bucket.
Here's Zubac.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Shoots it. Down low. Gets it to go. Milwaukee trails by 7. Left side, Irving. Yeah, it's good.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Nembhard! And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. The Bucks shooting in this game 45%. Irving, and he banks the layup in.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
And here's Halliburton. Zubac, a screen on Irving, and it's Halliburton penetrating.
Boy, that's a big-time finish at the critical moment. Zubac with a clutch shot.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Bucks. Adebayo outside. The long shot, no good.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
Now Halliburton, and that's an intentional foul. It's a 5-point game. Here's Bridges. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Timeout called the Bucks. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And what's their best move at this point?
Well, they'll need a very quick basket out of this timeout.
Now Thomas launches it. He drills the three.
There are just certain guys whose confidence is tailor-made for big buckets. Yes, Cam Thomas, we're talking about you.
And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you love to see a guy step in nice, calm, cool, and collected and knock the free throws in.
Irving drives in. That's in there.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're behind by 6. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Adebayo outside. Buries the deep ball.
Big time from Bam. This guy's played in the finals, so Adebayo knows how to handle the pressure.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Takes the 3, knocks down the 3.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter
perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, you love to see the calmness at the line. Didn't faze him at all. Big time spot, and he makes it easy.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
Well, that'll do it for now. See if you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So long.
Giddey passes to Powell. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Pass to Giddey. Puts one up from 19. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
On the court for Minnesota. Josh Giddey out there with Edwards. Then it's Norman Powell. Then there's Mitchell. And it's Shed in at the 2 guard. Out to the wing. Minnesota again missing.
And that's a low percentage shot. And I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Yep, count it.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Outside Mitchell. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. Minnesota again missing. Sacramento leading by 11. Monroe, the pass to Morant. Pass to Randall. Clock at 6. Tries it from 19. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Fades back. Rebound by Sacramento. 22 was their biggest lead. Monroe, the pass to Morant. Here's Monroe. Pass to Randall. Shoots over Powell. Goes to the fadeaway. And the Kings lead by 13.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Outside Edwards. Takes the 3. The triple hit for Edwards.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
Morant against Mitchell. The floater, and it's good for 2. Morant's got 9 points now in the second half.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Mitchell. Here's Shed. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist of the night.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Now here's Morant. Another one falls for Sacramento.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Mitchell, the pass to Giddey. Here's Shed. Monk covers. Back to Giddey. Pass to Edwards. The 3-ball. Rebound by Sacramento.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Monk finds Morant. Here's Monroe. Here's Randall. Guarded by Edwards. The fader. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Jacks up at 3. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. And so Morant will bring it up for Sacramento. They lead by 11. To the middle. Nice pass. Nice catch. And a resounding dunk.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Now here's Edwards. Mitchell, a screen on Randall. It's Giddey on the wing. Lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. He gets it in there.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Morant looking for an opening. Fantastic finish inside by Morant.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And Sacramento making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Minnesota. Clintman comes in for Mitchell. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And it was a frustrated huddle. Coaches and players were angry about the turnovers. Players trying to hold each other accountable. They're fed up with sloppy play. Let's see how they respond. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Moran. Ja steps on the gas. Oh, it's off!
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Ooh, Morant going right at him.
And if you're wondering what makes Josh so special, it's his ability to take over games all by himself.
Cleared away by Lopez.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Morant. It's off. Minnesota trails by 13. Here's Giddey. Outside Edwards. Takes a three. Cleared away by Lopez.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Now Randall. Outside Lopez. Randall, a screen on Giddey. Now Randall. Outside Monk. Oh, the long ball, no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Kings.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And with their performance tonight, you have to think this series is all but over.
It's impossible to see it any other way. And I don't think it's going to get past Game 4. If this doesn't end in a sweep, I'll be shocked.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Gets it to go!
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Poole outside. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Clinton, covered by Lopez. On the take. And so it's Sacramento with the W. And now that they're up 3-0, winning this whole series is well within their grasp.
You think it's only a matter of time, but the postseason is all about expecting the unexpected. They need to stay focused and finish strong.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching the NBA present.
Johnson for three. Bangs home the trifecta.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
So for the Lakers right now, Tyson Daniels is out there with Doncic. Then it's Walker. Then it's Johnson. And it's Kessler in at the front. Now here's Gafford. Connects from three-point range. White's got 31 points.
He's trying to carry them back into this game. He's absolutely feeling it this quarter.
Johnson, the pass to Doncic. A three off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's White. Back to Johnson. White, a screen on Walker. Here's Johnson. Here's Gafford. And it's sent back by Kessler. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Kessler. Walker dishes to Daniels. Doncic outside. Clock at 6. And again for three.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. White, a screen on Daniels. Driving the lane. Harrington, that's good.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. The three. And Kessler throws it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one for a teammate.
Now here's White. 2 points. That one goes. White's got 18 points just in the second half.
He's doing everything he can, though he might have to do even more.
Johnson, the pass to Doncic. Back to Johnson. Beyond the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Harrington's got his 4th rebound in this one.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Releases from 15. Good, he hits the jump shot. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot totals, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
Here is Carr after Luka Doncic's bucket. To the paint, here's Gafford. Pass to Carr. Lets it go with the three. Good on the triple. Carr's got 20.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
That's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
He takes it in. Shot's good by Carr.
You'd certainly like to see a little better rim protection right there.
Los Angeles leading by 13. Doncic with it. Here's the three. They get it again. Kessler. And Kessler throws it down.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
For the screen on Doncic. Pass to Harrington. Now Carr. Guarded by Doncic. Back to Harrington. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Outside, Walker. To the middle. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Even for Doncic, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Pass to Jackson. The turnaround. A tremendous move.
You can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Doncic against Carr. Doncic very comfortable down low.
Boy, somebody lit a fire under this guy. I mean, he's crushing it right now.
Here's Oliver. Now Carr for three. Daniels pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Ingram up top. Carr covering. Good! Some old school moves in the post.
And, you know, as time goes on, Ingram continues to embrace more responsibility. He wants to be the focal point of this offense.
1:43 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gafford sets the pick for Jackson. What touch on the floater.
That's the finesse part of his game right there. Lofting in that little teardrop.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Asura screen on Carr. Doncic fires. Connects again from distance.
And talk about stepping up. He's having a playoff game these fans won't ever forget.
That last three means he's got the most threes in a single playoff game in franchise history. From outside, and it doesn't go. Lakers leading by 17.
And game 3 will go in the record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight, and an important win for the Lakers.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And this is a pretty decisive victory. They take the lead in the series 2-1.
Yeah, game 3s are very important. If they can keep this sort of confidence going into game 4, boy, they are going to be tough to beat.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Pass to Kessler. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the three. Offensive rebound. Takes a three. That one misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
So let's go courtside where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game. Allie.
Luka, you played well tonight, and your team got the win. Those two usually go together, but what else made the difference?
Yeah, I think we had a great game. You know, I think it was a great game today. You know, we step up together, play good defense, and it was a great win.
Team defense goes a long way. Thanks, Luke.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about wraps it up, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA Western Conference quarterfinals. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.
Up top, Brown to take the lead. Oh, Jaylen Brown from extended range.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
They've got Zach Edey, Asar Thompson out there with John Collins. Then there's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Rollins in at the 2. Fox, that's good.
I just love the energy that Fox brings to the game. He's been unbelievable scoring it tonight.
Brown looking around. Here he goes. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
His scoring is a big reason why they're up right now. Let's see if they can close it out.
Fox outside. Up top, Collins. Tatum with a steal. Down low. Pass to Cole. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And let's talk about their blocks. When you're facing a team swatting shots, it becomes a mental situation as well. Makes you think twice before you fire. A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Collins outside. Six on the shot clock. And stolen by Brown. The drive by Garland. Here's Cole. Pure from three-point range. And now it's a 10-point Boston lead.
I just love the ball movement.
And Fox has got the ball here for Chicago. Pass to Rollins. Back to Fox. From deep three-point range. He's off on that one. Boston on offense. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. There's Tatum with the 3. Jason Tatum! He's a sharpshooter!
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Chicago making a switch here. Walters checked in. Klingon, he's checked in for Boston. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Wide open look. And Brown, the bucket on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Now here's Fox. Fox makes his move inside and scores.
A 6'3" point guard, Fox has solid size at the 1, and it really helps him out inside.
To the right side. Garland for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Walter. Pass to Edey. Here's Fox. The rebound by Cole.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Pass to Walter. Shoots over Brown. Walter can't get it to go. Boston leading by 19. Outside Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Klingon with a screen. To the paint. Chicago with a rebound. Thompson scanning the floor. Pass to Edey. Now Fox. Guarded by Garland. Now here's Collins. 5 on the clock. Here's Walter. This one for 3. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Well, after dropping in 2 triples in the first half, he's now matched that mark here in the second half, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more of those.
Here's Cole. Outside Tatum. Lets loose for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triples. That's 3 in a row.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And now it's time for our presentation of the player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
This has been one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen. What's incredible is he has no off switch, just a tremendous motor, and he's making an impact on every single possession. And look at him. You think it's just another game. He is totally in control of his emotions.
Man, this is still anyone's series, so the way he has stepped up is crucial, showing that he has what it takes to deliver on the big stage. Chicago trails by 19. Fox deciding where to go with it. It's stolen by Garland. Pass to Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Fox for three. Here's Collins. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Now here's Brown. Stolen by Collins.
And that'll wrap up Game 3. Now we'll look ahead towards an important Game 4 for the Celtics.
The coaching staff has to be happy with the way they've limited their turnovers here.
Yeah, B.A., that's hashtag facts. Just tremendous patience and self-control.
And in what could be a series-defining victory, they go up 2-1.
And both teams knew tonight would be important. The winner captures momentum going into Game 4. It's been an interesting matchup.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Jaylen Brown.
And how about his defense in this one? He was just wreaking havoc and racking up the steals. Really tremendous effort on that end.
So it's Boston now, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Tatum. It's good!
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Boston on offense. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brown against Fox. Jason Tatum can't get the three. So we see Boston get the win here. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now as long as they don't lose their focus.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Jaylen, congratulations. You had a monster game. What was your mindset coming in?
Just be aggressive, keep playing my game. Don't doubt. Just keep executing the game plan and everything will fall in place.
This team needs you to be aggressive. Congrats on the win.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us during the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
Here's Quickly. Robinson with the block.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
We've got Kuminga. Edgecombe is out there with Emmanuel Quickly. Then it's Yves Missi. And it's Jovic in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And here is Quickly. After the three-pointer from Karl Anthony Towns. Pass to Edgecombe. Stolen by Anunoby. Bridges, right side. No good on the triple.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Edgecombe. Defended by Bridges.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
There's no question about it. It feels like every missed shot is ending up in his hands. Unreal. Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Brunson the pass to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And this is what Towns is capable of. He's an incredibly gifted offensive weapon who can score at all three levels.
Now, here's Quickly. Pass to Kuminga. Will it go? And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. And here's Brunson. Shoots. Almost, but it rolls out.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
Pass to Jovic. A 3-ball. The 76ers with another miss. New York leading by 19 points. Here's Towns. Bridges outside. Towns finds Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, you better bring more than that if you want to try to knock Kuminga off balance. He just plows his way right through that contact.
Anunoby, good.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Stone's checked in. Here's Edgecombe. Defended by Bridges. With a step back. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And it's the Knicks with the ball. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Runs in the pass to Towns. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Edgecombe with it. Pass to Stone. Shot clock at 5. They get the rebound. From deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
Now Brunson. Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Towns a screen on Quickly. And here's Brunson outside. And again, New York with the triple.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here's Quickly. Now Edgecombe. Defended by Bridges. Edgecombe with it. Over Bridges. And Bridges with the block.
This is where Bridges' wingspan is a factor, allowing him to reach out and get a piece of that shot.
Anunoby, good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And I'd say offensive rebounding has also been a big factor as well. And not just getting the boards, but more importantly, converting those into second chance points.
Here's Brunson. OG Anunoby making his last shot. Robinson misses. Here's Edgecombe, defended by Bridges.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
Here's Brunson, and again, it's New York.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game. And it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And Craig, to play like he has under the most intense circumstances here in the playoffs makes it all the more remarkable. Here's Kolek. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Pass to McNeil. Here's Kolek, quickly covering. Kolek, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Edgecombe, defended by McBride. Edgecombe, no good. New York with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Kolek. 1:37 left in the fourth. And the layup falls.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
And game 3 will go into record books here. Lots of energy out there tonight and an important win for New York.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And this series has really gone their way.
Yeah, it looks like a sweep may be in the cards with tonight's win. They'll be going up 3-0, and this is exactly what they wanted to do.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, what a highlight reel he put together, playing his game and contributing in a big way.
Now, here's quickly. Pass to Edgecombe. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. No good on the shot.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
Now McBride. Down low. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
It is never easy to win on the road, but they rose to the challenge.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip, it's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Outside McCain. Holmgren outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
Why even try in there against Wembanyama? I mean, it's just too difficult.
So on the floor for San Antonio, they've got Saraf. Stephon Castle is out there with Smith. Then it's Victor Wembanyama, and it's Harper in at the point guard position. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCain. Nails it from 3.
Boy, that's his second 3. First of this half, though.
Here's Harper. Pass to Saraf. Wembanyama screen. Inside. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Yeah, flat-out dominant score. Wemby's ability to capitalize from anywhere on the floor is what makes him so dangerous.
Now Holmgren. Back to McCain. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. To tie it up. Rebound by San Antonio. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Down low. Pass to Saraf. SGA with a steal. To the middle. Here's Smith. Count that bucket. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
And Harper gets it to go.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And miss after miss right now.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Castle for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. McCain finds Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Outside McCain. Screen by Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
Well, Holmgren understands how to play in pick and roll. Set the screen, roll hard, make sure your teammate delivers.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And San Antonio making a change here. Vassell's checked in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He seemed pleased with his team's performance, saying, quote, "We're on track. We're doing everything right. Keep it tight out there, and let's take back the lead in this series." Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's SGA. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Tries a 10-footer. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Now here's Vassell. Got a piece of it. Williams against Castle. It's McCain on the wing. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. McCain's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, after making 1 3 in the first half, he's knocked down 2 in the second.
Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Harper. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama.
Oh, my. You have to respect the aggressiveness he plays with. Ooh.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. They trail by 7. Outside McCain. Right side Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And now it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
Oklahoma City shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. Hits the front of the rim and out.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it.
Pass to Harper. Let's go with a 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. McCain. Oh, missed on the tray.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Smith. Here's Harper. Puts it up from 12. Yes, sir! That one goes!
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. Down by 12. Look at Shea playing big inside.
So smooth, so pretty off the dribble drive. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work.
Here's Harper. Wembanyama. Banks it home. Big shot.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
San Antonio leading by 10. There's 1:40 left to play in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama. He's off from 3. And the Thunder shooting the ball at only 35% here in the fourth quarter. Holmgren! Bullseye! Chet hitting for 3.
This guy is so confident with his shooting. Zero hesitation for Chet right there.
Here's Smith. From 12 feet out. Holmgren there for the rebound.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. Now Holmgren. McCain. Misses the 3.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Oh, it's off target. So it's Oklahoma City now. Outside, SGA. Puts up the tray. Oh, it misses. Here's Harper. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And so it's San Antonio with the W. And this is a critical win for them. They grab the lead in the series after splitting the first 2 games.
Yeah, Game 3 feels like a Game 7 if the series is tied. It has a huge impact. They're in the driver's seat now as long as they don't lose their focus.
And that about wraps it up from here, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA's Western Conference quarterfinals. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. So long, everyone.
And he knocks down the first one.
And when you talk about Evan Mobley, you start with his defense. One of the best in the NBA at using that frame, reading the game, and making an impact on that end.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Trailblazers. Cam Whitmore comes in for Avdia. And then for Dallas, Corey Kispert's checked in for Jared Lively. And it's Johnson in for Dante DiVincenzo. Nicholas Claxton out there with Jalen Wells. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Smith. And it's Quinn in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's flying Theus. Off target from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 5. Wells kicks to Quinn. Goes up on the wing. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Mobley outside. Pass to Johnson. A kick out to Mobley. Dallas again missing. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Quinn. And it's good off the back rim and in. Now it's a 7-point Portland lead.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Pass to Kispert. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Rising to the occasion, he found a way to get himself open and get his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
Wells finds Smith. Here's Quinn. He's guarded by Johnson. The shot by Quinn, no good.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
A nice shot by Mobley.
Sometimes basketball is a simple game. Get that ball to Evan Mobley inside, and good things will happen.
Now, here is Smith. Pass to Quinn. Now, Whitmore over Kispert. Offensive rebound. Claxton on the follow. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
We talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Lebowski, he's checked in for Portland. Avdia comes in for Cam Whitmore. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team, and it wasn't a very happy huddle. Coach told the team, quote, "We need to be better with the ball. We're committing too many turnovers. It's hurting us." Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Avdia, the pass to Smith. Here's Quinn. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. And now it's an 8-point Portland lead.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right
there. Here's Flag, covered by Wells. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Here's Quinn. Pass to Filipowski. 6 to shoot. Smith up top with the shot. And Portland again with the bucket.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
In the corner, it's Mobley. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Hands it from downtown.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
Into the lane. And that one, good. Quinn's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Pass the Flag. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Here's Quinn. Lively defending. The shot by Quinn, no good.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Now, here is Smith. Doesn't get that one. Mobley. And the three misses. Portland leading by 7. Here's Quinn. Now Wells. Here's Quinn. Unloads from 13. That one goes. Count it.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Cooper flag. 12-footer. Gets it.
Well, that's part of the value of DiVincenzo. He can run offense and set up others.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Quinn. Shoots it up. Abdia. He misses the putback. And so it's Mobley now who brings it up for the Mavericks. Here's Flag. From 15 feet away, it's good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Quinn. And here is Wells. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Lively. Now Flag. Wells with the steal. Here's Quinn. Outside, Smith. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Just 5 on the clock. Flag with the rebound. Here's Dallas, trailing by 5. No good.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Let's lose a three. That's off. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
A three-pointer. Good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Dallas calls timeout. 16 seconds left in the game. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Shoots the 3. Knocks down the 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Hey, talk about a cool customer. Icing this one with some clutch free throw.
Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. So the Trailblazers win it. Things were looking bleak for them, obviously, coming into this game. But with tonight's win, Greg, they are right back in it.
And that's the fight this team has. They don't care what the odds are. They are going to keep battling. And suddenly, we've got a series on our hands.
We sure do. Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight as we present our player of the game.